Alright, I ordered me a new sifter off Amazon. It's real nice. It's got little handles on the sides to hold it underwater. It's real light. You're never gonna have to replace that. I got my boots on. We're heading to the river. I just came out of the box 10 minutes ago. It was like $20-some with free shipping on Amazon. You can't beat that. And man, these things work. Best sifter you could ever. It'll last 20-30 years and will last a lifetime if you just be careful with it. Later. All right, I'm heading out here. Go down here a little farther on the West Virginia side and see if we can't get anything. I'll get back when I find something in my sifter. Later. All right, I'm walking down. I walked away from my kayak. I was looking for a place to sift with my new sifter I got, and got up there, found a nice pocket of fire rock, and got a nice arrowhead within the first dozen screens with my new $20 sifter. I'll get back when I get my kayak down here and get up here to my screen. And we'll look at the point. It looks like a Madison, about 1,000 years old. Later. You can see this is what I do. The base clay's right here. I'm below a real high cut bank along the Ohio River. There's fired rock coming out. I look for this fired rock. It's from ancient campfires, heated rock that was up in this bank. See it bleeding out, and it's all laying right on the base clay. My new sifter, this is all I've sifted. It's like half dozen screens, maybe 6 to 10 in here I've done, and I got a nice point. These are hard to find whole. Should be in the field of view there now. Here's a little flake right close to it. See this? That's a flake from the manufacturer of an ancient artifact, and that's translucent stuff. It's beautiful. But I got a little Madison. I found several in here before, but I found a lot of older stuff too. Right there. It's a beauty. It's perfect. It's a true bow and arrow projectile. About 1,000 years old, shot with a little bow. It's all there. It's nice. That'll look good in my frame of these. Picture that on a little bow coming at you. That's nice. That's a day maker. Later, I'll get back. I'm gonna do more sifting in here. There's a good layer here. Later. All right, here's a look at this little Madison point. That's a smoker, actually, for what it is. I'll show you it in a book here. It's real nice. It's just a classic. Right here's what it is. You can see that's just right on. It's a Madison. On the site I was on, I would guess about 1,000 years old. I find some pottery shards there every now and then too. It's a nice point. Here's the book I'm using. It's got the entire United States in it, different regions. It's super good. Everything you find will be in here. But that's a pretty nice little point. Later. Alright, I'll just show you this. Here it is on Amazon. This is what these are. They're flatware racks for silverware for a big industrial dishwasher like in a restaurant where they're doing a lot of silverware and a lot of glasses. $23. And the one that I use in my videos a lot that's brown, I've had it since the 1990s. So they last, they're light, you really find stuff with them. You just don't want anything else if you're on water. One of these is all you'll ever need. And right there, get a couple of them, you're set for life. Later. Alright, the water's up just a little bit, but see, this is base here. Stuff can be sunk in that a little, but see, there's a little flake right there. See all this stuff tumbling down? And then you get the wave action and you come out in the water. Now look at this. See all this rock, fired rock and stuff laying out here. It's all washed off. This is, if there's something going to be laying here, this is where it's going to be laying, right? And see it all here. These are ancient campfires, there's flakes in it, and whatever else is in the bank too. Clear up to historic times. Right here's a piece of iron. It's an old iron spike. This is a good place to multi-tech too. This is what you want to look for. These little pockets of stuff out in the water. This is what you want to use that sifter on. Stuff like this. See, there's a little flake from the manufacturer of an ancient artifact right there, right in this stuff. There's probably points in this laying here. See, look at the red fired rock. And look, that's an artifact. It's a nutting stone. See the divot, the hole right there at the tip of my finger? It's just a crude one, but see how it's red and cracking? Probably bust this apart with my hand. Almost. Yep, look. Fired ancient rock. That was an artifact. But I'll get back. I wanted to show you this. It's a good learning tool. Later. Another piece, but it's broke. Look, clear up on the base clay, right at the base of this little cut bank. It's just the base of another Madison, but it would have been a nice one. It's right here. Right there. That would have been a nice one, like a Lavana style with a concave base. Snapped off. That's a shame. This looks excellent though. Hopefully the water doesn't get back up. Every time I've come out, like the past 4 or 5 trips, it's looked good, and then the next day the water goes up. It's just now getting to the point where it was at when I was out the last few times, and I thought it was going to go down. It'll go down now, but once it does, I ought to be able to look more and find more points. So if you like this kind of stuff, subscribe. I'll get back if I see anything else. This looks awful good. Could be anything laying up in spots like this. Later. See another artifact. Yeah, what's that? That's just a rock. But right here's a nutter. See the hole in it right there? Nothing in the other side, but that's a pretty nice one. Real nice hole in it. I'll get back. Yeah, there's an old piece off of whiskey. It says Paul James Whiskey, Louisville, Kentucky. I'm looking at a place where I find bottles, but I haven't. This is all I've seen. Hey, there's another piece of an old bottle. I'm looking. Got something else. I'm looking these washouts on this hard pan. You can see this is the base clay, so any metal items are going to be laying here too. There's a piece of old iron, and look up here. That might be lead right here. I can't tell. I think that's shell, but this is a musket ball. It's a pistol bullet, I think. Yep, that's what it is. Little piece of round lead is probably a pistol bullet. I've done real good metal detecting in this area, but the water needs to go down a little bit. So there's another relic. You know, that's probably pre-Civil War on this site. Might be old buckshot, but I'd say it's a pistol bullet. It's just deteriorated. I think it's smaller than what it was originally. Fun. Later. Just with my stick right here. There's a blade right there. I just saw a piece of it. It's another little. That's actually pretty nice. Man. That's surely nice for laying out up in there. These roots and stuff hold this stuff. Look at that little knife. It's a uniface. It's got a lightning line in it. That's actually a pretty nice little tool. Huh. Another piece. Later. Yeah, this is more of like a knife here. That's a cool lightning line. That's why I'm showing this piece. Look at that baby blue lightning line going up that. Right there is that brown chocolate color is the cortex of the river cobble. This was broken open, napped open. You can see it's unifaced. Look at that big lightning line. And this could have been used, you know, to skin an animal. It could have been used in the butchering process of a deer. That's kind of cool. Nice for laying out. Later. Alright, I got something right here. It looks like it might just be a flake, but it's got some pressure. Oh, it's a blade. Wasn't expecting that. I thought it was just... Alright, here's this little blade. It's got some nice color. This really isn't a blade. It's a preform for an Amos point. This is what the preforms for them look like. And you can see here. See how there's little platforms on this. There's one here, and then there's one higher, and then you can really see it here. See how there's a platform right there going in, and there's some out here. See, you'd pressure flake that and take this a little bit off. This was being reduced down to make a little corner notch point that looked like kind of like a Palmer, an Amos point. That's what that is. You can clearly see it right there. Just picture a center line up that edge with the piece here above the center line, this piece below the center line. What you want to do is keep that center line when you're reducing this down, and then like right here, this piece that's below or above the center line is where you'd pressure flake it and take a piece off here to thin this whole blade. So that's a pretty cool piece, the start of a point there. Later. I'm about to the end of my hunt. You can see all the base clay's washed off here, but there's something right here worked. It looks like it could be another blade with the Cortex on it. Let's see, it might be just a core. It's like a core. Yeah, it's just a broken open river cobble core. They started working. I'll get back if I see anything else.